Okay, welcome everybody to this evening, and let's give us a couple seconds here for everybody to get on board. Let me make sure I've got the question box up here. Let me see here. Auckland is a wall. How you doing? It's been a while since we've talked. Wall's a pilot, flies around the world. Do you know if Mike Stewart had moved house away from the lake yet, or when is he moving? I didn't actually know he was moving. Well, it's been a while since I talked to him. I know where he lives at, but it's news to me if he's actually moving away from the lake. But I'm sure he has another house, I believe, in Tennessee somewhere. So maybe it's almost for sale. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't talked to him lately, but I know he has another house, I believe, in Tennessee. So maybe he's moving up to that area. Well, fantastic. Before we get started, just let me know how many of you are already resellers for MyRepMgr and how many of you are not. Okay, that'll give us some idea. Yep, I'll have to see you at the lake instead. I hope you come by and see me. No, yes, no, yes. Okay, so it looks like we've got a smattering. Yep. Okay. So we've got some of both, and we've got about 30 slides tonight. What we're going to do is update you on basically what we're going to cover tonight is what you see on this slide. So, an overview of the most successful reputation management software out there. How do I make that claim? Because they have close to 1 million customers. Okay, which is more than anybody else has out there. You know, in the past, we didn't do anything to generate reviews, and what you're going to see tonight is their first step in that direction. We are also the only real provider for multi-location and have the most success at being able to provide an integrated overview for businesses that have multiple locations, and you'll see us touching on that. And there's a number of new additions. If you haven't looked at what's been going on with MyRepMgr and Vendasta, who is our partner. For those of you who don't know about Vendasta, you know, basically 3 years ago, I guess it's 2011, so going on 4 years now, I did a deal with a company called StepRep, which was the precursor to Vendasta. And at that point in time, I actually cut the deal with the president of the company because they were so small. But I've been a customer of theirs since that time, and I decided to build MyRepMgr as a way of providing resellers with access to everything that Vendasta was building, so that you wouldn't have to go out and spend a couple of $1,000s to sign up with them and guarantee $500 a month as a reseller, and you know, also providing back-end services through World Internet Marketing to get a lot of these services done. So I put together a package so that for just what you'll see tonight is a very discounted price over the value of what is offered by this, particularly if you go directly to them. And there are some other people in the local marketing business out there that have done deals with Vendasta. And in general, their pricing is much higher than the pricing that I offer, because I've been offering it for so long. And I've had people on this for now 3 or 4 years and are still paying a greatly discounted price that I initially launched with. And 3 or 4 years later, they're still paying the same price. So in addition to an overview of this management software, we're going to talk about what problems it solves both for business owners and for marketers. It addresses problems for each, and how it automates the solution for you. We're going to show you how some successful resellers just like you are making money using this service, and then how to get access to it for a huge discount. So I will be here in the background. I'm going to now introduce my partner here, Ryan Flanagan, and he's going to walk us through the answers, all the problems that we solved, the solution itself, provide an overview for it. It's going to show you several successful resellers and show you what they're doing, and then make the final offer there at the end. And I'll be here in the background answering questions for you. If we have questions I think need to be brought forward into the light of this webinar, then I will either I'll address them during the middle or address them at the end. So with that, Ryan, take it away, and we probably will hopefully have your attention here for next 30-45 minutes. Okay?
Hey Jeff, thank you so much. Real quick, can everyone hear me all right? Just if you can, just let me know in the chat box or the question box. Just want to make sure that everyone can hear me okay before we get underway. All right. Sounds good. Okay, fantastic. So what we're going to learn tonight, we're going to go over a lot of problems that business face, and we're going to talk about those solutions and how it automates and what we do to automate it. So with that, let me just make sure I've got control here. So we all understand business owners have real problems, all right? We all know that. And we all know that people looking to help business owners and make money also have real problems. So what do some of those problems look like? Well, one major problem is that online business information is just not centralized. I mean, there's hundreds. There's like over 380 directory, listing, review, and social media sites on the internet today. And in my conversations with business owners, we all feel the same thing. You know, it feels impossible to keep up with the amount that are coming out each and every year. It just feels like it's a giant rat race to try to stay on top of that, especially if you don't have a plan. And really what it comes down to is that many business owners simply just don't have the knowledge to know that the following key areas of their online reputation include, do they even have a reputation online? They need to ask, are they accurately listed online? It's one thing to be visible online and have, great visibility, but if your listings aren't accurate, then it's not really going to do any of your consumers or people searching for you any good either way. Another key point is, whether you as a business owner are outpacing your competition on social media and SEO. I mean, business owners spend thousands of dollars every month, week to week even, every year, just to understand and see if they're outpacing and staying ahead of their competition on keyword search. So this tool that we're going to talk about is fantastic, and we're going to really show you how you can add value for all of those business owners, excuse me, who are paying for those services already. They also need to figure out who is mentioning them online. This is critical in regards to protecting and defending your brand. If you don't know who's mentioning you and where those sources are coming from, then there's absolutely no hope in really understanding and getting to a 5-star reputation, because you're never going to know who people and where people are talking about you online. You also need to be asking, what is the average customer sentiment of my business? Is it happy? Is it good? Is it not good? Where are sources where I need to be more visible and having more reviews? And am I generating too many reviews onto one particular review site? Okay. We also have to ask the question, how do customers really think and feel about my business? And once again, with mentions too, how do we protect and defend that reputation? So these are all problems, because ultimately all of these sources are scattered all over the internet. And if you don't have a one-stop shop to be able to actively see this on the day-to-day, you're not going to be able to follow it. So one of the problems within that initial problem is really reviewing company visibility on directory and listing sources. And that takes an incredible amount of time. These are just 32 sources that we've put together. There are many more. Depending on what industry you're in, you may fall in a particular niche where certain review sites and listing sites matter significantly more than others. But ultimately, as you can see, this number increases year over year. So being able to not just monitor that, but actively stay ahead and make sure that your listings are not only visible, but they're accurate, is a key element to having a 5-star reputation online. Problem number 3, businesses have review management pains. I mean, I'm sure we've all experienced this, with our own businesses. So when I'm going around, I'm doing some research, and I'm looking for review sources for my business, one at a time is challenging. I was doing that for a time until I found MyRepMgr. And it just was extremely time consuming. Money is, of course, lost too from losing potential opportunities to turn a bad review around. When folks give you a bad review, guys, you only have a very narrow window to respond back to them and let them know that you appreciate their feedback and that you're going to do everything in your power to get it done right and make it a better experience for them. If you let it go even a day, your chances to recoup that business is slim to none. Business owners just don't have the time to search for their reviews. I mean, think about how busy you are as a business owner and just, put that on to all of the folks that you're prospecting for, okay? Problems can occur when inexperienced junior staff is left to attend reviews. So how often do you find, the situation where you're talking to another business owner and they mention, oh yeah, I've got, my sister's cousin managing our review site. I mean, they're not qualified nor are they experienced, and that can lead to some serious potential pitfalls for that business if any reviews are mishandled. Okay. Two others find it quite complicated to respond. They're not too sure where the reviews are coming from. They don't put a whole lot of stock in Yelp because they feel like, maybe the reviews on Yelp are a little, biased particularly. So, it's a matter of education and helping them understand, why are people being drawn to that particular review site and how can they be encouraged to help their clients find ways to review on other sources as well. Of course, there is a difference between fresh online reviews and stale reviews. Fresh reviews are typically reviews that are newer, within 6 months of when they were actually posted. And they are going to carry more weight than stale reviews. A lot of businesses I've talked to, they may have 200-300, reviews, but 95% of them or more are all older than 6 months. So when consumers are shopping online for products and services, they want to see and compare an experience that they may have with someone who just recently went there, because that, in their minds, is going to be the most real, basically, copy, if you will, of how they're likely to experience that same product or service. Does that make sense? So this is a real, genuine problem that a lot of business owners have. All right, on the flip side, for being a person who helps businesses with needing to get better reviews, lead prospecting takes up a ton of time and money as well. We all know that prospecting individual businesses one at a time is ineffective because really we haven't qualified any of those particular businesses to see whether they're even interested in making a change for their business. Of course, we also need to qualify leads. So doing it one by one on the phone without having really any idea of what their pain points are, you're really just playing a guessing game, okay? And it can be quite time intensive and expensive, once again, if you're driving all over town as well. Not knowing who's interested from those, once again, that's exactly what I was saying, is that we want to work smarter, not harder, right? And so by doing and having the techniques and the software and capabilities that we're going to show you here in just a few minutes, you're going to be able to save more time than you ever thought possible. You're going to get right to the people that care and matter and are interested in making a change in their business. Also, we want to identify the biggest pain points, and what I'm about to show you is going to do that. And you're going to be able to really gain that credibility so much faster with the tools that MyRepMgr has. So basically, we're looking for solutions. Okay, I've outlined some basic problems we all have experienced and in our conversations. As business owners, we're looking for one easy-to-use, comprehensive, and automated solution. We're also people who are looking to help business owners and make money doing that very thing, just helping them be successful and, in turn, making our business more successful. We make a lot of money doing it. So this is MyRepMgr, and this, guys, like Jeff said, it's right at, or could be even more than 1 million business owners at this point that are working with, this technology, and they are growing by leaps and bounds because this system is so automated and done for you. It's really a no-brainer. So this is a fantastic tool. MyRepMgr has what's called a reputation intelligence monitoring dashboard. Some of you are familiar with this, but basically what it does is kind of what I was talking about before with information being so scattered throughout the internet for a particular business. This now takes all of that information and puts it immediately into the areas online of what is truly important for a business. Okay, so it includes the business's location, visibility, and accuracy score. You're going to get a review source breakdown, so you're going to know exactly where your online reviews are coming from and the overall sentiment as well, what people are actually saying and how they feel about that business. You're also going to be able to better defend and protect your reputation in attempts to get it to a 5-star reputation. We're also going to be able to show you through this tool competition and analytics and much more. So this is basically the initial 30,000-foot screen that's going to give a business owner that immediate access and visibility to see exactly what's going on with their business at any given moment. Okay, so going back to that initial problem where we were going through all of the listing and directory sites, MyRepMgr covers so many, as you can see here: Bing, 411.com, you've got YP South, Make It Local, YP Trustdale, TripAdvisor, Dex Knows, Georgia Local Search. The list goes on, and those are just the directories. I mean, of course, we've got the ability to monitor, your social network pages, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Foursquare, and Google+. And really what's happening here is that this system automatically, it's done for you technology that integrates all directory and social monitoring sources into this one system. So really, guys, it is by far the most comprehensive monitoring available for the price, and that's just what it is. I mean, I'm continually astonished by what MyRepMgr is able to put together.
Yeah, Ryan, let me also interrupt here and mention that we now have sources for Australia, New Zealand, UK. They're beginning to add more. We have Canada, of course, but they're beginning to add more and more countries. Originally, they started out, they're actually located in Canada, but they originally started out just in Canada and the US. But now they're beginning to cover more sites all over the world.
Definitely. Thanks for adding that, Jeff. I appreciate it. So within the comprehensive reputation intelligence system, that was the overview screen, and what it does is now you have the ability to go dig deep and dig further into understanding and being able to go in and fix each listing site that your business is not listed on. Okay, so it's going to show you exactly where you're found and where you're not found, and it's going to provide a presence score. And basically what this presence score is it takes in the number of listing and directory sources that your business is found on, and it also takes into effect the accuracy. The information that you put in as a business owner, does that information match the information that's online? And by putting those two those things together, it gives that business owner the ability to see exactly where they need to be in getting 100%. So I don't know if most of you know this, but today 85% of consumers actually search for business online. And so if you're not visible, you're going to be losing revenue. We all know that. So this ability within this this tool, really within this software, is just fantastic. Moving forward, we have MyRepMgr Review Analytics. So this dashboard basically integrates all of your online review sources and your reviews into one place. It's going to show you exactly what's trending as far as what your customers are saying about your business. So the more they use particular keywords, the more those keywords are going to be larger in this trending area, which is like pretty much toward the bottom right of your screen here. So you'll really be able to see very quickly what consumers care about and what they think about when they're talking about your business. You can also learn where they're going when they're leaving reviews. So let's say if you are heavily reviewed in Yelp but not in Google Plus, Google Plus is becoming one of those sites that basically, in order to have higher SEO, you're going to need to have reviews be shown in Google Plus. So if you don't have a whole lot of reviews in Google Plus, but you have them all on Yelp, then your balance is not where it needs to be. And so that's an indicator right there to tell you that you need to start driving more reviews to Google Plus, for example. And you also have the ability to share great reviews that you've received on your social media pages. So, what'll happen is it'll filter in all of the reviews that you get, and then it'll aggregate a score out of 5 based on those ratings. So you'll be able to see your average rating day in and day out, week in and week out. And you could also, if you have a review that you've received and you really like it, that's a great way to immediately share it on all of your social media. So, one of the really great things that I love about MyRepMgr is the continual approach to innovate and look for better ways because monitoring and managing reputation is only half of the coin. Okay, marketing reputation and getting a business, from a 2, 3, and 4-star to a 5-star business is the other half of the coin. And so just recently, MyRepMgr has basically put together review generation. Okay, and so what review generation does is that it actually allows local businesses to capture the voice of customers and gather more positive, fresh reviews. Remember how I was saying fresh reviews carry more weight than stale reviews? And so what that comes down to is consistently having a practice that's easy enough for your customers' clients to leave reviews and get those out as quickly as possible. So basically, we have within the MyRepMgr system another capability called Presence Builder. And Presence Builder allows for the ability to set up responsive mobile sites for your your prospect and your clients. But now it also has the ability to create landing pages and review pages within those landing pages where you can essentially direct folks to go to, and then they can leave a review immediately through an email. All you need to do is copy that URL of that landing page into an email to that client or your website or another medium that you want to get those reviews out to. Okay, and then all the customer's client needs to do is then click that URL, and it gets them right over to the landing page, and then they can submit their review. So what's even better is too, if you have a 4 and 5-star review, it will be able to go to any of those review sites that you've got connected to the software. Whereas if it's less than a 4-star review, you have the ability to make it right offline, which I think is a fantastic way to really filter and drive that 5-star reputation. Let's see here. Earlier we talked about lead generation and essentially being able to qualify leads as business owners ourselves that are looking or who are looking to better the reputations of other businesses. So before I said it takes a lot of time. We all know that. a lot of calls, and we don't really have a real genuine idea right off the bat of where the pain points are for a particular business, right? So with MyRepMgr, we have a prospecting tool called the sales tool. And what MyRepMgr has been able to do is now show you exactly how hot a potential lead is when you submit a snapshot report. Okay, so what will happen is you put together the information for a potential prospect. Okay, and you'll need, you get your email, you set up the report, and you automatically send it out. If they open it within the first hour, they're going to get that email from you that shows that snapshot report. It's what a snapshot report, I'm going to show you in just a minute, really essentially shows where in that moment in time, how visible they are, what their social presence looks like, their website, and several other things. Okay, so without your help doing exactly what they're doing now, it's going to show them where they stand in relation to others in their industry. So this hotness bar now, you'll see 3 and 2 and 1. So what does that mean? So 3 flames means they're ready to go. I mean, they're very interested. They either opened it within an hour of you sending it, or they've opened it more than 3 times in 3 hours, I believe. And then 2 is if it's been 2 hours in time that they've opened it, or they've opened it twice. And then 1 is 3 hours after you've sent it, or they've opened it once within the past 3 hours. So you're going to be able to see exactly what activity has happened as well under this last activity panel here. And you'll be able to see if they opened it or if they're interested in any particular area within that snapshot report. And I got to say, guys, this snapshot report is a fantastic way to prospect easily, and conveniently, and just like I said, working smarter, not harder. You really are able to remove the guesswork in this process. And really what it does is it allows you to open up a conversation, because we're not really selling anything. We're providing solutions, and we're providing help to businesses that are looking for that help, and they don't know where to turn, but they need something to be changed immediately. So this provides and communicates that genuine value, and it really is going to show them more information than they ever thought possible about their own business. So all of this prospecting information is a part of this solution that you're going to be able to get as a MyRepMgr reseller. It's just simply so powerful. Mentions. I talked before about the importance of protecting and defending your reputation, because even if you have a 5-star reputation, it takes a lot of work also to maintain that. So if you're not seeing where your business is being mentioned and talked about on third-party sites, it can quickly de-escalate into basically cause a situation where if you're not staying on top of it, the ball can be dropped, and you can start to have that reputation tarnished. So basically, nowadays, your brand is a critical asset. We all know that. So this tool aggregates all the sources based on keyword search from your business and about your business, and integrates it into this dashboard where you can see whether that mention is genuinely positive or potentially negative, and it gives you basically an excerpt of what was said, and you have the ability to go in and find out exactly who is making that reference in regards to your business. So it's a great way to stay ahead and prevent any potential pitfalls that may happen from not being able to monitor it. So now you do have that accessibility. So now we're going to talk a little bit about brand analytics. Now, there's plenty of business owners that have a lot of business locations. And if anything, I would say that these businesses need MyRepMgr even more so, because to compound the difficulties it is of being a business owner of a single location, and then multiply it by 100, and that's, franchise owners that own a lot of different businesses, or COOs of mid, large, and enterprise level companies. So basically, what MyRepMgr has is the capability for visibility analytics, which really what that means is it takes the listing distribution, visibility, and accuracy from every single location under that business and integrates that into its own unique dashboard, where they can have one easy-to-view system and they can pinpoint exactly the corrections that need to be made at particular locations. Okay, this is a fantastic tool for whether you're a new business or an existing business that's growing, or they have plans to grow, which is just about every business. This is going to be a key asset for them. Brand Analytics also has the ability to aggregate reviews for each location as well. So you can see exactly, once again, where the customer conversations are, and you can pinpoint underperforming locations. So what this means is this is a huge opportunity to save these types of businesses a lot of money, okay? And I'll tell you how. Because let's say they're implementing a blanket one-size-fits-all solution for all of their locations, let's say mystery shops, okay? Because they don't know, who's doing a good job and who's not. So you know what? We're just going to pay to do mystery shops for our entire company. I mean, okay, that's great. They're in that direction of wanting to improve. The situation is it's extremely costly. If they had a solution that showed them exactly where people have already told them that particular locations are having problems, then they can specifically focus their resources into those particular locations and only pay for mystery shops in those locations, thereby saving them a lot of money. So, this tool, once again, is really essential for any business owner or franchise owner that has a lot of businesses under them and in their control. And like I said, you're able to measure trends for all of the locations together. So you can see exactly which locations are having positive feedback, which ones are having negative feedback, as well as getting an overall score for your entire brand. Before I go to competition analysis, I actually wanted to mention one of the new features within MyRepMgr is actually multi-location social posting capability. So what this does is, if there is a business, let's say you've got Longhorn Steakhouse, right? And let's say they have, of course, they may have multiple Facebook pages for different restaurants across their footprint, okay? And so what they want to do is, let's say though they have a company-wide event that they want to share on all of their individual Facebook pages. The Brand Analytics social posting platform will actually allow that COO or that person who's measuring and monitoring and being in charge of that to go in and essentially post for every single one of those Facebook pages or those Twitter accounts. So once again, saving huge amounts of time instead of having, of course, to go to each Facebook page one by one and making that change accordingly. So that is a brand new feature that MyRepMgr is, adding to this brand analytics system, and it's really cool, guys. It's really cool. To talk a little bit about competition analytics as well, what I really love about MyRepMgr is not only does it give you a real thorough grasp of where your business is online, in relation to how visible you are and where your mentions are coming from and your reviews and that kind of thing, but you get kind of the inside scoop on your competition. Okay, it's really easy to set up. You basically put in the names of the competitive businesses in your area. Right now it's a max of 3, I believe, and you put in their competitors' Facebook information, their URL for that, the Twitter and Foursquare URLs as well, and handles and that kind of thing. And what will happen is MyRepMgr will take that information and now provide analytics around how you stand versus your top 3 competitors. So you know, for example, I mentioned earlier, you know, if you're a business owner and you're paying oodles of money in SEO services, and you want to know if the keywords that you're paying for pay-per-click or SEO, are, you know, doing better than what your competitors are doing. So, in this example, you can see, you know, we've got, let's say this is a pizzeria locally, and their keywords are pizza, vegetarian pizza, and gourmet pizza. Um, you know, and they, let's say they're the pink, you know, wedge here. They know now that they need to do some serious work on improving their, you know, content marketing and their SEO and pay-per-click, in order to overtake this yellow competitor and gain the market share, gain the share of voice. Essentially, what share of voice is what consumers are talking about in relation to that keyword online. Okay, um, so this could be a great segue when you're talking to prospective business owners and, you know, asking the question, hey, listen, are you paying for SEO services? Okay, great. How much are you paying for that? Well, you know, hey, by the way, did you know that according to our tools, you're actually maybe not getting as much out of that, you know, service that you're paying for as you thought you would? So, you know, that's a great conversation, a great tee up for making you as the credible person to talk to about reputation monitoring services. Also, when you are able to put in the information for your top 3 competitors, MyRepMgr actually provides you with this grid, and it's your social audience grid, and it shows you exactly how your business measures in its social presence against the top 3 competitors that you've put in there based on Facebook, Twitter, and Foursquare. So you'll be able to see overall and growth within a 30-day period. So this is a great way to see how social your business is, and really get the understanding of where you need to get to in order to take out your competition, right? Because the faster you can dominate the conversation in your local marketplace, the better off you're going to be, and the more business you're going to get as a result of that. MyRepMgr and Jeff's relationships, they're all over. He's got global relationships, and, you know, relationships right here in the U.S. So through that, we've put together some great partnerships. And, you know, we know that marketing reputation takes a lot of work. What I love about MyRepMgr is the simplicity of it. It's simple, but it's efficient and it's effective. But when it comes to marketing reputation, that takes a lot more work. Okay, so now you have ability to monitor and manage reputation for these folks. And of course, you can certainly take on the marketing element yourself. But you know, if you've got an opportunity where you're talking to a business owner or COO of a multi-location business, it may be quite a challenge to put together a you know, blogging content campaign, or you know, do their social media postings, or, you know, take care of their SEO and pay-per-click, and a lot of other things that go into that. So we don't want you to worry. We actually have a trusted partner in world internet marketing, and they've been in business since 1985. So, you know, you're looking at 30 years. And they do all of these services, and they do such an amazing job. Nick Pappas is the CEO. I've talked to him a couple times myself. I feel truly confident that him and his team will get the job done in whatever you're looking to do. They will consult with you, and they'll put together a plan that's going to be really, really sweet for your business clients who are looking for those types of needs. So with being a MyRepMgr reseller, you've automatically got a connection into this partnership that has done wonders for all involved in it. So MyRepMgr also provides fantastic online training materials. I think we've really, I don't know, Jeff, I've looked at a lot of solutions online as well with reputation, and I have to say I don't think any of them come close to providing the level of support and materials as we do. I mean, am I wrong?
Well, not only do you have the training that we provide, both online training, webinars every month, as well as all the training materials, marketing materials, etc., but you literally have training from Vendasta, which every reseller has access to every day of the week. I think for the most part, maybe not on holidays, but they have every day of the week they have a different training. Generally they last 30 to 45, maybe 60 minutes on different aspects: the reputation, the sales tool, the listings, the presence builder, the social media, all aspects. You've got training going, and sales, how to go out and sell, because obviously they've learned a lot from going out and through partners, because they basically sell through their partners, sold to 1 million businesses, and that's how many customers they have today. I don't know how many they've sold forever. But you have access to all of that for free as a reseller to take advantage of, in addition to what we bring to you.
Definitely, yeah. I mean, the training is paramount, and actually, kind of going on what you were saying, Jeff. The product training is every day of the week, throughout the week, every week, and George Leith, who's the VP of Sales with Vendasta, him and his team have put together sales training every Wednesday. Okay, every single week, every Wednesday, you have access to this. You have sales training with the top head honcho of sales with this entire company, who's going to lead you into being successful with MyRepMgr and this solution, this reputation intelligence solution, which is just the best one by far anywhere around. But we understand where you are. If you're brand new to MyRepMgr, we want to get you started off right. So you're going to be able to go right to a quick start checklist. You're going to be able to watch a video that's going to help navigate exactly where your first initial training areas are going to be. It's going to talk about how to get to and how to access each of the solutions within MyRepMgr. We talked about brand analytics. We talked about presence builder. We talked about active reputation intelligence reporting. And so you're going to be able to see how to access it, how to use it, and how to sell it. So you really understand how to make it work for your business and get to a six-figure income as quickly as possible. And then, of course, we've got the training video library. So we're continuously adding content. We've got some great audio calls on there from some of our seasoned folks. We've also got tips and tricks that we've put together. And so just a wealth of information to see you get and be successful with this program. And then, of course, there's a lot of unbranded or open type marketing slide decks for each of those solutions as well, that are completely accessible, under being a MyRepMgr reseller. So very, very thorough training and support. You can contact support with any of your questions at any time. We also do a fantastic job staying on top of that for you as well, and answering those questions, whether it be your marketing questions, billing questions, any type of questions you got, we can take care of for you. So let's talk about now strategies of successful resellers. I've gotten to know these folks really well, and what they're doing is they're really genuinely making a difference in their communities, and they're having fun doing it, and they're generating thousands of dollars in revenue per month. Jason Oram, he's out of Pennsylvania. He's got several years of marketing experience behind him, but he saw the power behind what we're doing here at MyRepMgr, and what he's been able to do is basically he conducts free educational speaking events about the importance of monitoring reputation for local business owners. So he's acquired a lot of his knowledge through the training that we put together for him, and in a short amount of time, he's really been able to crank out, as you can see, 21 active reputation intelligence clients, which is, like I said, generating him thousands of dollars in revenue, and he's really making a difference. He's got business owners in all sorts of industries, as you can see, contractors, landscapers, legal services. He's even got a golf course. And all he's doing is he's talking about reputation intelligence. That's it. He's just educating. Okay. And people are self-selecting into this. Okay. He's not selling them anything. He's saying, I'm a credible source. I have a fantastic solution, and let me put it together with your needs, and we're going to find a solution with MyRepMgr that works for you and your business. So Jason is just killing it right now.
Hey, Ryan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ryan, before you move off of that, I mean, talk about the free educational speaking events. People were asking, one of the things we talked about coming here tonight was to show you some new ways to go out and get reputation clients. And what he's doing is very unique. It's similar to what you've been doing with banks.
Yeah, yeah.
Also learn. So talk a little bit about the events themselves and how they're conducted.
Certainly, certainly. So basically, in our conversations with Jason too, and what I've been doing is what I've been doing is basically getting I've gotten a Meetup.com site. I put a group together on Meetup.com, and I put out there, this is what we do. We're providing free educational information for all business owners about the importance of reputation monitoring and management for their business. And what I do is I actually have it the event at a local branch bank or at a library. And Jason's been actually going to co-op workplaces in his local community and doing the same thing. And by doing that, we're getting right in front of the people that are ready to buy. I mean, at that point, the Snapshot Report is just butter on the bread, right? I mean, at that point, we've already qualified them. They're already interested. They want to hear what we have to say. We provide that customized report, of their own business at the event, and that's what Jason's doing as well. And they basically are just, they're already saying, hey, no one's ever really done this for me before. So you're immediately providing value, and that's exactly what Jason's doing as well. I've actually found a way to, communicate that and get that out and actually get instant credibility through banks. And if you're interested in that, we actually are going to be putting together a webinar tomorrow. But let me know in the support tab of the MyRepMgr website if that's something you're interested in, and I'll go ahead and make sure that I send you the registration link for that as well, or we'll get that over to you, that information over to you. So, Jeff, did that answer some of the questions, or was there any other clarification points I needed to make?
No, that's good. We'll see if there's any more questions. Go ahead.
Great. All right, so another one of our resellers is Mr. Brian Coley, and he's out in New Jersey. He is right at about 25 active reputation accounts, and he actually recently did a speaking engagement about reputation management here in Atlanta, actually, and the one event alone netted him over $80,000, guys, $80,000 in new business with reputation services, okay? Just to give you an idea, he's charging a setup of anywhere from $12.97 to $14.97 a month, and the monthly service at anywhere from $7.97 to $9.97. But that's full done for you reputation services. So he's doing everything, and really, I mean, that's what you could be looking at for the revenue that you're going to be taking in for this as well, because business owners are going to understand that they can't do it all, and they're going to need an expert, and you're going to be that expert. Now, I mean, as far as time management goes, we all know that it has to be scalable, and there's only so many hours in a day. So that's where World Internet Marketing comes in. They can provide you custom quotes for particular reputation services as far as the marketing aspect goes, and you upcharge your client and net the difference. So, I mean, once you see the value that you get with all of this at your fingertips and where Jeff has priced it at, it's just going to blow you away. I mean, the difference is monumental. It's huge, and that's all going to your bottom line. Okay.
Let me just add here. I just we happen to be in Atlanta. I talked to Brian, I think over the weekend. Actually, maybe it was Monday. But you know, he's not just providing a MyRepMgr report for that amount of money. I want to say that. He's providing them other services. I don't know exactly what services. He's, I think, engaged in this event. I don't know what company or type of industry he's speaking for or any of that, but it just shows you what you can do as a reputation marketer in this business. I know he does other things as well, and this shows you the potential for what can be done. Patrick has asked, you know, does MyRepMgr provide fulfillment? Well, we do provide fulfillment in partnership with World Internet Marketing. They literally have clients all over the world. I've been working with them since 2011. They've been in business since 1995-96. And I'll go ahead and mention this because it always helps people when I do. When I first got started in this business, I didn't have any clients. And when I first started talking to clients, which were doctors and the medical industry, people would ask me, you know, who are some of your clients? How about some references? And the way that I answered this question was this way. I said, look, all of my clients, as which will be true for you as well, are under NDA because their competitors, they don't want their competitors to know what they're doing or how they're doing it and what we're going to do for you. What I can tell you is that my partners and I, which included World Internet Marketing, have been in business since, collectively, have been in business since 1996. Okay? Collectively, we have been in business since 1996. So we've been in business for a while. I also am letting them know that I'm not going to be doing this in my bedroom at home. Okay? I have partners that are going to do this work. And we've been doing it in this type of work since 1996. I went on to say we have thousands of satisfied clients all over the world, which is true. At the point in time, I didn't have any, but they had thousands. Okay? So you, in partnership with them, and they do other things besides reputation, they do virtually anything that makes sense. And can do it for you in fulfillment. So whatever business you're in, if you're partnered with somebody like that, specifically them or somebody like them, that's how you position yourself. It's not just you. You're not a lone wolf. Okay? You're partnered with experts. They're going to do the work. We've collectively been in business for this length of time. We got thousands of satisfied clients all over the world. When I use that presentation, when I position myself that way, I never had any issues. Okay, it's all in how you position yourself, and everything that I said was true, because it was the collective description of who they were doing business with. Okay, so you'll have access to World Internet Marketing through MyRepMgr. Okay, you can move on.
All right. So here's just some quick feedback that we've gotten from our resellers. This is one from Craig, and you can see it's basically, you know, he's saying that he agrees that the training is fantastic. We've got a lot of different solutions within the MyRepMgr portfolio that are right there at your fingertips, and it's all in one place. Like I said, it takes care of that initial problem, you know, that we all found takes a lot of time and effort to aggregate, right? This puts it all together for each and every business owner. So raving review from Craig here. And we got a great testimonial as well. Says from Rick Crocker, well, you know, after making an initial contact with a plastic surgeon in Texas on April 1, we did his profitability audit, and the deal finally closed for $3,300 a month today with a nice setup fee to boot. Basically, all through the abilities and solutions within MyRepMgr. And as you can see, this is directly from the MyRepMgr Facebook page. So as a MyRepMgr reseller, you're actually going to be able to have access to about 560 members that are all participating on this Facebook page. So, I mean, it's basically a huge mastermind group for folks who are interested in doing exactly what you're doing and bettering their communities and making a lot of money doing it through MyRepMgr and reputation services. So I know we've gone over a lot. Kind of just to sum it up, you know, I've shown you some fantastic prospecting tools. You've basically been able to see that we've got a product training video library and a Facebook group access. You're going to get access to marketing training webinars that you can see at any point in time, as well as being having the ability, of course, to register for weekly sales coaching access and product training. We have some great marketing slide decks, unbranded slide decks that you can use in your presentations. And if you have any questions about custom type work, just let us know and let World Internet Marketing know, and we can see what we can do. We've got great dashboards that are going to monitor that reputation. And honestly, guys, I would say too, take advantage of the power of these solutions for your own business. Why not be your first client, right? It's going to really help you see exactly what your clients are going to expect and experience when you're setting up MyRepMgr and reputation solutions for them as well. So if you're your first client, you've already got a client, right? And you're already going to know the questions they're going to ask, okay? So I definitely suggest that that's the way to go. And then, of course, like I said, we provide complimentary sales and service support. So you're probably wondering what all this looks like cost-wise. And you know, a lot of folks have asked, oh, you know, well, you know, I'd like to self-brand it and kind of white label it. But I want you to know that, you know, Jeff has had the relationship with Vendasta, you know, formerly StepRep, you know, for many years. And so he's been able to put together probably the best price for reputation intelligence services anywhere. For what you're going to get, you're not, nothing's going to be able to touch it. Okay. So with that, because like I said, you're actually going to be, you know, white labeling something like this. You're going to be spending thousands of dollars to get in, anywhere from, you know, $2,500 or more per service. And then you're going to have a monthly stipend or you know, a monthly payout of rather $500 to $1,000 a month for those same services. We have made it so much more affordable. So what does that look like? Basically, for a limited time, we've got a $1 14-day trial, and then it's going to be $47 a month. That's it. We basically are guaranteeing that price through Monday, June 1. And then after June 1, it's going to be $97 a month for all of this technology, all of these solutions. You know, and that's what I'm saying, guys. Jump on this. It's 14 days. You're going to be able to get through it and really get going in that amount of time. And, you know, it's going to really change your business more than you ever thought possible. So that purchase link is www.jefflink.co/RyanRep. Okay? One more time, www.jefflink.co/RyanRep. Jeff, did you want to take it from here?
Yeah. Let me add some things in.
Yeah, you bet.
Guys, we got a couple more minutes. I think I've answered all the questions, but let me add some of the things that have come up. First of all, we're very transparent. Okay, this is the best price on this service you're going to find, I believe, anywhere that I'm aware of. There are several people that have copied me and come into this market after me, after they've seen what I've done with this. But none of them have the basis in the contract that I have. And I've had several people that have gone on to get their own white label. Let me just tell you that, you know, when your customer sees these reports, what they see, and I actually got this courtesy of one of the resellers, it's a gold shield that doesn't have a name on it. There's a gold shield, and it says Comprehensive Reputation Management. So that's the branding you see on the reports. People have asked me, what about white label? It's a gold shield with Comprehensive Reputation Management. That's what your customers will see. So that's basically nondescript. They can't follow it back. to MyRepMgr. Now we've taken the added step, again at the behest of resellers, to remove any kind of pricing or links or anything on MyRepMgr. If you go there today, you'll be hard, I think, pressed to find a way to purchase anything. There's just really descriptions of the services that are available. You have to log in to see all the training, etc. Now, what the $47 a month gets you is access to the platform. It gets you a sales tool through which, once you place an order for demo reports, which are $2 each, or you can buy a package of 10 for, or a package of 5 for $10. Yeah, here's some of the pricing here. So it's $1.97 for the demo report. That's the snapshot report. That's what you want to use with prospects. That's an actual active monitoring report, but it only monitors for 7 days. At the end of 7 days, it stops monitoring. The data that was available on the 7th day is what you're going to see on the 8th day and the 18th day. Okay? After 30 days, you have the right to delete those. So if you've got a customer that comes back in 45 days, you have to create another report to show them again. And actually you want to anyway, because that's old information at that point in time. All right, so when you're ready to actively monitor a business for someone for one location, and this is all location-based, it's $25 a month. Okay? If you want to have a multi-location monitoring, it's $35 a month. There's an added charge to you because there's an added charge to me coming from Vendasta in order to aggregate the information. You still have the single location information, but now you have the multi-location information in addition to that. It gives you the ability to compare and see the overview of whether it's 10 locations or 10,000 locations. You can also get the presence builder services, which will give you distribution and make sure you got accurate information on over 300 different sources, including all the GPS services, etc. That's $99 a year to you. Typically, this is sold for $300. Active monitoring, you could sell, maybe it's part of a package, like when you saw the pricing that Brian has. It's not separate, it's part of that package. And typically, if you're providing multiple things, you're just going to bundle it in because it's basically the report card. It's both a report card and it's a way of showing people what their problems are, so that you can say, oh, we have a problem here. You need more reviews, or you're getting too many negative reviews, or you don't have enough social media activity, you don't have a large enough share of voice out there, or maybe you got employees that are saying negative things you need to do something about. So it serves two purposes there. But the Presence Builder, review landing pages, and annual distribution service, $99 a year. And then if you're going to do outsourcing for reviews management or anything else that World Internet Marketing does, all that's done on a per package. A lot of those things are available for sale through MyRepMgr, through the store, and you can just purchase them there. If you want something that's a custom solution, they're happy to do that for you. Okay? The $24.99 is per business location, Howard. Okay, that's per location. If it's part of a multi-location monitoring, then it's $35. It's not $25 plus $35. It just goes from $25 to $35. Support email. Wes, just go to MyRepMgr. You should see the support tab on the upper left-hand side of the screen. As well, that's a support ticket. It's Zendesk system that everybody uses, and that's the best way to send us a support request. So it's very simple. You purchase the $1 trial. You go to jefflink.co/RyanRep. It will take you to MyRepMgr to register. We will get notification that you have purchased and registered. Within 24 hours, unless you do it on the weekend, we have to go in and set you up with a sales account through Vendasta as a sales tool. Okay, when you're ready to order your demo reports for the $2, then you will go in and purchase those. We will get notification that you can. Then we will enable you to go into your sales tool and create your account. It's very simple to do, pretty self-explanatory. They've even made it easier now where you can basically put in the phone number and it will find the location information. Now you want to make sure that the exact address, for those of you who understand how search engines work and your key information, you want to make sure the name, the full address, and the phone number is exactly as it's shown on their website. And we're going to assume that their website's correct, but it needs to be exactly the way that they want it listed and it's shown on their website, because that's what everything's going to be compared to when you're out there evaluating the presence of their listings in directories and review sites and other things, and also the accuracy. Okay, so that's very key. Then you're going to receive a welcome email with login and instructions. We'll tell you all this again. You don't have to, if you've written this down, don't worry, it'll all be in the email. It's very simple. Once you've done it once, you know how to do it forever. Go through the training materials that we have. We have a quick start section, and again, every day of the week, if you want reputation training from a company that has 1 million customers and reputation about every aspect. Someone was asking me a minute ago, look, this looks like SEO. It's not. It has impact on SEO. It has impact on your presence and your visibility, but it is reputation. It's just a multitude of different aspects of your reputation, including your online visibility and all these directories. And let me just say, someone asked, hey, I hadn't heard of some of these directories on there. Some of these are actively monitoring. We have their API, and we're tied into them, so we get their information directly. The mentions section will pick up mentions in what could be hundreds of other directories out there. So just because it's not actively monitored in the reputation report doesn't mean we don't have any visibility into it. There's a difference between what's picked up through the mention section, which is basically done by scraping the internet, which is what most of the other services do, versus an active API relationship into their database. Then get started building a six-figure reputation business. You know, I know there's other reputation services out there. You know, I think everybody knows what their names are. I think we have the most successful one in terms of the number of customers. This is used by a lot of big name, mostly media clients. If you're thinking about, well, who's using this today? Newspapers, media companies are using this primarily, as well as, of course, some local marketers, courtesy of myself and others. And we've got the best price, I think the best support on this, and the longest history in dealing with them. And you know, this is a great either standalone, if it's your first foray into reputation, this is the place to start, because this is where you're going to get, I think, the most comprehensive view and support into your entry into reputation marketing. If you've already got something else, some of the things that we do, I think, better than anybody else is, of course, multi-location monitoring, and also the depth that we go into covering all these different variety of things. In the annual listings service for just $99 is a great benefit. We've got those, a lot of people, you know, selling those every day of the week. So, and we got I think the best you know, price value for this in terms of the other services out there. So unless if there are any other questions, I'm happy to answer them, or Ryan, if you've got any closing thoughts. Otherwise, we'll close this out and let everybody go. This has been recorded. Both Ryan and I took the step to record it, so hopefully one of the two will come out good, and we'll get this replay up and out, you know, by tomorrow. I don't think you'll go wrong if you know, and let me just say this, if nothing else, you can use the prospecting report as a value that you can give away to your prospects that creates value for them and is a great lead magnet. both in meetings or, whether it's group meetings that like Ryan talked about, or whether it's one-on-one meetings, or if you're using it email marketing or any other type of marketing, that report that gives them a look at a number of different facets of their business and how they're doing in their looking in comparison to their competition online, and social media and mentions and directory listings, etc. is a great value for $2. Beyond the $47 a month to have access to it is a tremendous value to help you in your marketing. So even if you never get into reputation, which I, quite frankly, I don't know why you wouldn't, but it's a tremendous tool that you can use for prospecting purposes. Anything else, Ryan?
No, I think that covered it, Jeff. Thank you so much again for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Well, fantastic. Thanks for everybody who's here. Again, jefflink.co/RyanRep. This is good until June 1st. We're going to go up to $97 at that point in time. So now is the time to take advantage of this. And like I mentioned, I've got people paying $27 a month for this because they came on early on back in, I guess it would have been 2012, October 2012, when I started this service, MyRepMgr. And once you get in at your price, as long as you stay a ongoing customer, you keep it at that price, regardless of what future prices may be. All right, thanks everybody, and everybody have a good rest of the week. Contact us if you have any questions. Through any of our websites, you can go to the support tab on the upper left-hand side, and we're happy to address them for you. And we hope we've answered all of them for tonight.